Roger Moore stars in Octopussy, one of 5 new films we'll be reviewing this week on At the Movies. I'm Ben Ebert of the Bury Sun-Times.
Well, Ben, I gotta say, I saw this movie and I've got one word for you: vomit. And that's the word that stayed with me through the entire runtime of this mediocre movie that doesn't feel fit to wipe my own backside, let alone the ticket payers and patrons of this theatre.
Fuck you, Gene, I hate you. That's my Roger Ebert impression.
I hate you too. Anyway, come back next week when we review the J.R. Bookwalter film Zombie Cop. Ben and Dan at the Cinema is brought to you by Pampers. Wear Pampers. And Hershey's.
Oh, that was the At the Movies theme.
I always like that intro to At the Movies with Siskel and Ebert because it's so...
Well, it's so... You mean the really cheesy one where it's like getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
You see like, oh, Gene's got all the posters of him, but Roger's got all the posters of him. Oh, it's so crazy. They're the best friends.
And Gene's typing on a computer because he's with it, and Roger's still using the typewriter.
Oh, that old Bert.
And then they both go down to the newsstand, and I think it might be a knob gag they do, where they go down to the newsstand, and Gene's truck pulls up and dumps the newspapers off, and he turns to Roger as if to say, look at my truck. And then Roger's pulls up, and Roger's is slightly longer. And he sort of looks back going, yeah, we'll check mine out.
I don't know if it was a knob gag so much as maybe it was, I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Who knows what those crazy 80s guys were thinking. Yeah. Well, we do know because we've got this.
We've got this.
In front of us.
Yes. Which is Octopussy.
Octopussy. That's the name of the film.
Bond.
That's the name of the film.
We're watching this. How are you?
Well, I was all right when I woke up this morning, but now we're watching Octopussy, so now I'm not all right.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Days took a significant downturn.
It's all downhill from here. We're doing 2 Bond recordings today.
No, we're not. We're doing 1.
We're doing 2 Bond recordings today. They're both Bond films.
I haven't seen the other one.
Oh, I caught up with it. I watched it years ago, and then I caught up with it again.
Should you say what it is?
Yeah, we're also going to be covering the secret agent film starring Weng Weng, known as For Your Height Only. It's the 2nd film in the 00 Weng Weng series.
Is it included on the official Blu-ray release from MGM and United Artists?
Yes, it is, and it comes with a commentary from Roger Moore. So
great. I mean, he's not alive anymore, so how they did that, I'm not quite sure. But
I just love the idea of him watching that film. Oh, look at this fellow! What's he doing?
He might have seen it.
Oh, he rode a bike off a mountain.
He was in the Cannonball Run around this time, spoofing himself. So
yeah,
he might have seen it.
I'm sure he's in a couple of other films around this time, parodying himself.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to sort of where Roger was at career-wise as the film goes on.
Absolutely.
Or his feelings on the franchise, basically.
Absolutely. So, we have got the lovely Blu-ray copy of Octopussy all queued up.
You're about to click Initiate Mission.
Go. I have clicked Initiate Mission, and we are going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, and play.
Why can't I just say play? Very pretentious, isn't it? Although Initiate Raw.
Second
and another raw. Right, we're all good now. That's the end.
Oh well, the UA logo's changed for this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they stuck with a generic just white text on black. I like UA's logos.
I do.
Maybe this was around the time when UA was losing money hand over fist thanks to the Heaven's Gate fiasco. So maybe that could be why. Oh my God, are you joking?
Oh, we've got a live call.
I'll have to take it later. Someone has the nerve to call me when I'm working.
How dare they? They should be thrown to the Sarlacc.
This has got off to a fantastic start already. You can just hear my phone going off. Well, I suppose you can't enjoy the film, but you can enjoy the sound of my ringtone.
I say you answer it and we make them part of the commentary like David Lynch did with Eraserhead.
I'll just... It's just my solicitor. He's very upset at you. He says he wants to have a meeting as soon as possible.
Are you still having legal trouble with your manager, Michael Litton?
He says he wants to have a meeting with you, Dan, as soon as possible.
Very well. To negotiate the thing.
Yeah. For a minute, I thought you put the wrong subtitle language on there, and I never remember we're in Mexico.
Yes.
I thought you just stuck it on the Spanish subtitles then.
I thought it would really help us understand the film better.
Yeah, so this is another example of the sort of... I don't think they've done this for a little while, of just like a disconnected film like an intro that's not really connected in any way to the plot.
It's
Nothing from this leads into what's coming, is what I mean. Which I never mind. I like the idea of having a little sort of a little intro, a little taster.
It's like a starter.
That is a rubbish line.
It is. My name is Guy Incognito.
Toro sounds like a load of bull. They just looks at the camera. Shit.
That sounds like a Spanish name. Yeah, I quite like it. I think it acts as a nice little palate cleanser. I think it kind of helps to. It's probably better.
It's probably better than the. It's probably better than the subsequent 100 minutes that were about to come up.
Yeah, in fairness, a lot gets done in this opening sort of 10. But yeah, you know,
I'm going to put my phone on silent now so that doesn't happen again.
Very well.
And I've told my solicitor to pack it in.
Fair enough.
We can discuss all that later.
Well, if he ever wants to come on the show, yeah. We're just sat here with your solicitor sort of awkwardly sat in the corner.
He's not allowed to say anything.
He's not even mic'd up, you just hear his briefcase shuffle every so often.
Every now and then he goes... You're about to make some joke about someone still alive and he'll say, no, don't do that.
No.
Oh!
Whenever you
Rod's chop.
Because
That's the name of the move.
Because he's pretending to be a Spanish man. He just goes El Chapo.
Well, he's a spy. He knows how Spanish people talk.
Do you really think that James Bond knows how Spanish people talk?
No, James Bond is his knowledge of foreign people speaking is just what he sees on old Warner Brothers shorts.
Yes.
So there's actually a deleted scene from this where instead of going in and speaking Spanish, he just goes, "Hola, amigo, arriba."
His only knowledge.
Well, he's got a flamenco guitar.
His only knowledge of the Spanish people is he once watched Carry On Abroad with the Els Bells Hotels.
I once saw that documentary, Carry On Abroad. I thought it was riveting.
I mean, très bien.
Mushti. This is the classic.
Cool, women.
That is the classic technique of lady to get out of the situation. He did this in just 2 films ago in Moonraker.
He did.
Although his expressions in this one are slightly more camp than in Moonraker. He sort of does a "Hey lads,
you know what I mean? Hey,
what do you reckon of that? Eh?
Cool,
I'm sure there's nothing suspicious about this woman that's just randomly driving up to some military men
and pulling a dress up higher and higher. Hello.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
See, that's what I like about James Bond. He won't kill you directly. He'll just make your truck nearly flip over and kill you.
He will kill you directly, just not in cold blood.
I struggle to think, actually, of how many people he's actually just full-on shot dead.
Well, loads.
No, like his stuff is normally he'll judo chop and flip you into a meat grinder.
What's the whole subtitle of the series? He is licensed to kill.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like all of his stuff, he like flips them into like meat grinders or blasts them out airlocks.
Well, it's because these films
to sharks.
It's because around this time the films are being made for babies.
But
this is a toddler film.
There's. I love that. We have to have a fake horse's arse. That's how.
I wonder when Q was designing that fake horse's arse.
He was using it for testing purposes strictly.
No, it's got to be firmer on the rear. Firmer on the rear, damn it!
Q, why are we?
This is my art we're talking about.
Q, why are we building all of the internals of the horse?
Don't ask questions, just do it. You dare question my art?
The scientists come in the next day and Q's just there looking really tired. Right, I spent all night working on experiments with the horse.
Well, how's that miniature plane coming along? Miniature plane? What are you talking about? I was just making an arse.
And a very handsome one too, I'll have you know.
Oh, that's a dodgy projection effect.
Yeah, we're back in this looking really
Where was
rubbish.
Q that day?
He was in his hot air balloon. Just trying to catch up with him.
Just chilling. It's even got the plane's even got red, white, and blue colours. I love these shots of the close-ups of Roger where they've just filmed him like 2 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
He's in the sky, folks.
But he's not allowed to have the engine on, so he can't have air conditioning, so he's slowly being roasted alive.
That is Roger Moore flying in the air. I don't care who says otherwise. It's not, definitely not his stunt double.
Very real, hyper realistic.
Roger Moore's stunt double should have got top billing. He's in this film more than him.
He is. It's because Roger's 78 years old now. He needs to sit down.
Bond, you're 85. You can't fly Diddy planes around.
Oh, I wish James Bond was a playable character in Diddy Kong Racing.
That's what it is. It's a little Diddy plane.
It is. I mean, Rare had the GoldenEye license. They could have put Bond in it.
They did, yeah. That came out the same year as GoldenEye.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Could have been an unlockable.
This commentary is now about Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing.
We're not going to talk about Octopussy for the rest of it. My favourite character was Tip Top.
I like Conker.
Yeah, well, yes, because that was his first appearance.
Oh no, we're out of balls.
Do you know that game was Banjo's first appearance?
Yeah, I seem to remember.
Yeah, he was in that game before he was in his own game.
Of course,
crazy.
We can't talk about Rare video games without also acknowledging Donkey Kong 64, which is, of course, the greatest collectathon game ever.
This is this is an alright gag to end it on. Now, when I used to have this book called The Secret Files of James Bond, and it had like it was aimed at kids. Yeah, and it had this cool thing where it sort of had a little breakdown of all the action scenes, but it was written in character. The whole idea of the book was like the secret file, MI6 files of Mr. Bond, and it was saying like it tries to pass that off as like the gas attendant he spoke to was an MI6 operative who was undercover. And I don't like that. I just like the idea that Moore just went up to this hillbilly. Yeah. And just went, put petrol in my magic plane now. And it just turned around. Diesel or unleaded?
Now would have been a really nice time.
I don't know. I just tried the thing. I'm not Mr. Magic Man.
Make plane fly now.
I don't know why my Bond's pissed all the time.
Keep crossing us up. Make plane fly now.
Just make it go.
One move.
Make it go.
And then when the crazy redneck is like, I don't know what to put in, he's just going shaking really violently.
I want my thing. Right, titles, song, crap.
Yes, it's awful. This is rubbish.
Yeah, it's another fucking wet, soppy romantic ballad. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wet romantic soppy ballads, but in themselves. But this is like the fifth one in a row.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I quite like For Your Eyes Only. I think it's got a nice ballady quality to it, but I was done by the time that had come out.
I think what it was, maybe it's that because Nobody Does It Better, Carly Simon was such a big hit. And I think they just thought they were just trying to replicate that as much as they could. Yeah, Maurice Binder's still doing the titles, still pretty much the same as they always have been for the last 10 years or so. Ladies, lasers.
I don't know, I feel with this that basically...
John Barry's back doing the music. They kicked Rocky Man out.
Oh, no.
He wasn't working out.
Not Rita Coolidge.
Get John Barry back in. He sorted his tax issues out.
I really feel with this intro that basically all they had was, right, we've got some recycled stock footage from the other Bond intros that we didn't use, and we've now got a laser pointer. What can we do?
A laser pointer. We can point it in our parents' faces and really annoy them.
We can blind small children if we hit them in the eyes.
Yeah, Michael G. Wilson. So this is... Cubby Broccoli's still running the show by this point.
Oh, wow.
But Michael G. Wilson has sort of... He had a nice little exec producer credit there. You're going to be seeing that name on every film from now on. He's like he still runs the films now.
Oh, wow.
To this day. So he's... see if Broccoli's still around. But sort of around this time, he's sort of handing the reins over to Michael Wilson. Yeah. And John Glenn's back, yay.
Yeah. I think All Time High is probably my least favourite Bond theme I've heard so far.
Yeah, my least favourite one's still to come, but yeah, it's definitely down there. And I said up there, but it's not. It's down there.
No. I mean, I'd probably put Lulu above this.
Yeah, at least that song had some va-va-voom to it. That song was fucking nuts. This song is just like, it just happens. It just sort of washes over you. Yeah. And the tone for the film is set right away. We open on a circus. This is the second Bond film in about 10 years to have a bit in a circus.
I just realised that guy who throws the knife just jumped onto that fence with one gloved hand and one ungloved hand, and he gripped the barbed wire with both.
Yeah, because he's a baddie. He's so evil, barbed wire does not have any impact or pain on him in any way, shape or form. He just sort of regresses the thing.
What I will say is it's amazing just how accurate the filmmakers of this movie managed to capture the Friday the 13th aesthetic of people running around in the woods being chased by some mysterious stranger.
Are they often And the Friday the 13th films, are they often dressed as clowns while they run around?
Well, Jason wears a hockey mask, and sometimes he looks like a zombie.
Yeah, this is definitely what the Friday the 13th films were inspired by.
It's all misty and
We
mysterious.
were inspired by the film Octopussy to make Jason Voorhees. I saw Octopussy and I just wanted to stab someone.
I mean, with some slightly different colour correcting and scoring, this could very easily be a horror movie scene.
Just recut this intro.
Yeah.
Make it disturbing as fuck.
Yeah. This looks like nightmare fuel. This looks like the kind of stuff you would wake up in a cold sweat going, and there was a clown, and I was the clown, and I was running through the woods being chased by men, and many more of these same men came turning up, and they all looked the same, and they were throwing knives.
It's the Knife Brothers. Or whatever, I don't know.
Hey, we're the Knife Brothers.
That's their names, they're the Knife Brothers.
He has a knife, I have a knife. We're brothers.
The Knifemen. They just killed that clown.
I'm not Stab Man. I'm not Knife Boy.
The Blue Roger. They just killed Pennywise.
Oh no, well that's it, chapter 3 fucked.
Good. There is no It Chapter 3. They concluded the story. He's still alive. That is a hard clown.
It is. That clown deserves many respect.
That clown deserves an accolade. Get me the British consulate at once. I have been stabbed by the Knifeman. Look, it is it. He's even got the red balloon.
Yeah.
This is what Stephen King watched when he was coked out of his mind in '83.
I got this great idea.
Oh yeah, man. It'll be a clown, and he goes around and he gets stabbed.
Oh no, Jeffrey, it appears a clown's crashed through the window and dropped a Fabergé egg.
He's dropped the Kinder egg.
Winston, prepare the butler, tell him to get rid of the clown. Shall we leave the glass? Oh yes.
London, England. Why doesn't London get its own caption? East Berlin did.
Oh, he didn't throw the hat, he just put it on the stand.
What were you think he's going to do?
I thought he was going to throw it. I'd forgot.
Oh, there's a funny story about this scene.
Yeah.
This assistant who we will see the first and last time, we'll never see this woman again. I'm not sure why she's here, apart from she looks nice. Called Penelope Smallbone. And when they were shooting this, Lois Maxwell, Moneypenny, flubbed a line. She went, "Mr. Bond, I'd like you to be my assistant, Penelope Smallbush." And apparently Roger Moore said something like, "Well, Moneypenny, we all know where your mind is."
Well, this was the thing. When I saw this scene, I thought it was going to be like a handover. And I figured that she was going to be like the new Moneypenny for the next few films or something.
No, this lady is literally never seen again. So, hope you enjoyed her. She's gone now.
Yay!
And we've got our new M.
Yay!
Yes, Robert Brown, who takes over from Bernard Lee. It's weird, they establish in the films that you can hand over the reins of M. That's established, that it's a new person. The only person who they don't do that with is Bond. But everyone else, well, maybe Moneypenny as well gets an explanation, doesn't get an explanation. But they establish in the films that different people can have the mantle of M. I caught you out, Bond. It's not real.
Nah.
Dick. Don't know everything, do you? But Bond, what do you know about eggs? Well, it's a 1959 egg to be served poached.
Bond, what do you know about eggs? Well, starting with the cream egg, we have the chocolate centre with a nice creamy filling.
4 hours later.
And then, of course, we move on to the Cadbury mini egg, which is very similar to the cream egg in the sense that it's not similar at all.
Now pay attention, Bond. A simple chocolate egg, but open inside, and look, you get a little toy. Oh, look, my favourite, the helicopter.
Just what I always wanted. Oh, drat, the train again.
Bond, are you listening to the mission brief? Yeah, in a minute. Hold your horses. Oh, look, it's Frederick Gray, the guy tried to get me sacked 2 films ago, the Tory fuck.
Look, just because I got a bad call on the evil space Hitler does not mean that I shouldn't be allowed a cabinet position.
Jen, I'm surprised he doesn't do that in this film. Kamal Kahn, impossible. He's wealthy. He can't be evil. Kill Bond now.
I knew I should have ejected him into space when I had the chance.
Meanwhile, in Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah. And we know that they're Russian because there's a big picture of Lenin in the back.
Yep. These guys, audience, are Russians. Repeat that. Russians. And General Gogol back again Even though he was quite happy to kill Bond in the last film, but he's a goodie now.
Yeah, well, he's kind of had a fractious relationship all the way through. This is like the third, fourth film he's in.
Yeah, he's in nearly all the Roger Moore films, weirdly enough. Yeah, it's like the Roger Moore films get their own little Bond family.
Yeah.
Like Batman in the 50s had his like the Bat family with like Batwoman and Robin and all
Bat
that.
Dog.
Bat Dog. Yeah, that's true. There was a Bat Dog, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And
Bat.
what was the first Batgirl? Not Batgirl Barbara Gordon, the other one. Anyway, this is Batman. This is Bond, and there's Stephen Burkoff basically just doing what Stephen Burkoff does, which is shouting a lot.
I've got a great idea, guys. We get rid of all the nooks, and then when the Americans come to attack us, we attack them back.
This is my plan, gentlemen. For the war, spinning chairs.
Mein Gott.
Whee! Can you imagine if the chair span around and then it just malfunctioned and they just spanned 360 degrees?
It just kept going, but he had to keep professional, so he kept pitching whilst the tables are...
Gentlemen, I have the plan for the nukes. Sit still.
They all had the backs facing to. He goes, right, I'll give it a minute. He's back around again. Right, okay, so this is the important part.
I mean, there's a lot of money for communists to spend on magic revolving chairs.
Yes, I mean, if we're following the laws of communism correctly, all Russian citizens should have a giant rotating chair operation.
Yeah. See, if Ken Adam was production designing this film, this room would be about 50,000 feet bigger, and the chairs would just spin into the air and back again.
That's the only thing that I didn't like about the set design on that, is the fact that they actually put a ceiling in the shot. I feel like it makes it look like a function.
In Russia, we do not do ceilings. That is for the imperialist West.
Well, this is
a symbol of the corrupt, excessive West. Spend money on ceilings? What next? Chairs, tables?
This is the thing, right? You've got this lovely big open space, but they kind of make the ceiling really low, which just makes it look like a faculty office. Whereas if they took the ceiling off, it'd just give it like this really grand, like they're in a palace level almost thing.
To all intents and purposes, it is a faculty office. It's just a room where men talk, except instead of talking about the latest subdivisions for the marketing, whatever, they're talking about, nuking the world. Well, he is. They're all like, you're crazy, man. And Stephen Burkoff's like, you're crazy. In Soviet Russia, crazy man, you. That's my only Russian joke for this commentary. There'll be no more now.
Oh, he got us. Gentlemen, okay, we have now discussed nuking the world. Let's move on to the next topic, sandwiches in the cafeteria. I propose goat cheese and beet.
I don't like goat's cheese. You never like goat's cheese.
Arrest that man.
Send him to the gulags. We don't have gulags anymore. Well, we'll just send him there anyway.
It's just an empty prison block with just him in.
I love Burkoff's sulky acting there. He's literally like that's the thing about the villains in this film. They don't really have a lot of menace. They're just very sulky and very petulant and very just moody.
I mean, do you anyway?
I want to nuke the West. Well, you can't. I want to nuke the West.
You
can't. Okay. Can I have a Kinder Egg after my tea? You can't. I want a Kinder Egg for my tea.
Drink your smoothie. Oh. It's got caraway in it. I don't know what caraway is, but
it is imperialist capitalist smoothie.
Decadence of the Free West.
Yes, and now we begin the very convoluted plan involving nukes and eggs. That was the alternate name for the film, Nukes and Eggs.
I've invented this. Pay attention, Bond. This is a simple chocolate egg, but when you open it up, a nuclear bomb.
New Kinder Egg. All the new toys in it. The helicopter, the little doll, the nuclear warhead, and the spider.
I call it the Kinder Bomber.
Next lot, number 48. He actually did say Easter egg. So do they call them Easter eggs? My knowledge of Fabergé eggs extends to this film. This film doesn't seem to know that much about them either.
My only knowledge is from The Simpsons, and I believe that they're delicious.
Used by Son. What do you use them for?
You basically hold it and with a big smile, and then periodically you flip the top up, see the little carriage inside, go, ha, brilliant, and then close it again, and then
250 million well spent.
Brilliant, close them again.
There must have not have been a lot going on in Russia.
It was basically starvation, decadence.
We'll just play with eggs. It'll be nice.
Yeah. Charles Bronson there in an early role.
Charles Bronson. Oh, dear.
I've come for the egg.
Bond just being a pervy perv for a change.
Ah, did you see that woman who just walked in? Yes, I did. Woman.
I'd like to get her eggs. Bond, that's disgusting.
I'd like to get your eggs. He just sort of jostles in his seat a little bit.
I say that woman is rather excellent at being fit.
I've heard that you shouldn't tap her, you should whack her.
£2.
Oh wait, that's chocolate orange.
£3. Bond, have you been to an auction house before, Bond? £4.
£5.50.
What does the bidding start at? 350,000. £5. And I'll be your friend.
You're mean. I thought that said
Gasping.
I thought that said new spider for a second there.
New spider. Next item on the lot, one golden Fabergé spider.
I don't want it. I'm not bidding on it. Let me out of here. Get me out of here. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Bond, you scandalous. You're... He's not doing the auction house thing you see in films. Sold to the 95-year-old man in the corner, looking at the woman who's about 25.
Yes, it looks like an egg.
Yes, egg. I've seen these before. You eat them with toast.
I once opened one and got an aeroplane.
You eat them with toast. It's nice.
Dippy egg. Runny egg.
I'm just naming types of eggs now.
Egg.
Yes, egg. Maybe when Bond gets the Fabergé eggs, it becomes like How To Basic. He just throws them everywhere and destroys the place. Yeah.
Pours orange juice all over it. Cracks a normal egg onto the egg. 14 packets of Durex, please. A copy of Time magazine, jugs and ammo, and give me one of those British postcards.
Ah, your usual, I see, Mr. Bond.
Yes.
He always goes to that one newsstand.
He does. It's a nice car.
Not often you see Bond in contemporary London. Not in this era, anyway. I wanted that egg, it's mine.
That could have kept the treasury afloat for a month.
It's mine, I'm going to name it. His name is Timothy.
He's my favourite egg, and you took him. And I want him back.
You bounder.
Good God.
You've done a classic eggs.
I did poo on it. Doesn't want to return a pooey egg.
You see, we know this is the real egg because I signed the fake egg. I put to man with love, JB, kiss kiss.
JB Mark III, kiss kiss.
Kiss kiss kiss.
P.S. Do you like egg? Question mark.
But book yourself on the next flight out. I thought that was your job. You're the boss. You book the flights, you lazy shit.
Now I've got to go on Hotel Trivago.
Nope. My egg. I wouldn't. Fair square. Ah, yes, we're in our locale now. We're in India.
Very nice.
Yes. So this is probably the point where we should talk about the fact that Roger really wanted out of the franchise by this point.
Really?
Yeah, he was only signed on to do For Your Eyes Only. Was in his contract as his last one, and then he was going to move on after that. But then what happened was the reason why he came back was because the same year that this came out, 1983, there was another Bond film, and no, not the fucking Weng
It was
Weng.
Agent Weng Weng.
Not the Weng Weng
For
one.
Your Height Only.
Not that.
Great success film with Weng Weng.
No, another Bond film starring Bond Mark 1.
Randy Grandpa.
With the title of Never Say Never Again. Oh, we should talk about this, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
I think he does it in a minute, doesn't he?
Love it. Brilliant. That's the double take pigeon of this film.
It's not that bad. Because here's the thing, right? They don't acknowledge it in the film it's not really technically a fourth wall break because they don't acknowledge it in the film as the James Bond theme. It's not like he goes up to VJ and goes, "Ah, that's my tune."
I see the royalties are still coming in. Hello.
That Monty Norman is making hand over fist, isn't he?
I love the fact that they acknowledge the theme in universe, because that then creates like a kind of weird situation where Bond recognises his own theme tune.
Yeah, but you've got to remember as well that in this world, there's no such thing as the James Bond films. So it's not like he doesn't turn around and go, the 007 theme, written by Monty Norman and arranged by John Barry.
See, I actually came up with some headcanon for this that makes me really happy. I like to think that this entire series of Roger Moore ones has a subplot where he's franchising himself. So, for example, in Live and Let Die, he started things off by marking his own tarot cards and getting them sent off.
Get them in the shops.
Get them in nice and early. He realised that was a really bad idea because only psychics bought tarot cards, so he decided instead to shake things up with a laser pointer that shoots his name, 007, and the Bond pose onto things. And that did really well because everybody bought it for Octopussy.
Yeah. They got their money's worth of it in the opening sequence.
Then he went down a line of luxury wristwatches for The Spy Who Loved Me that have 007 written on them. And now, finally, he's recorded a charity single, which is the biggest hit in India.
Bond in Distress, I believe is its name.
Let's all handle this SOS.
Yeah, no, in this universe, it's just... he knows to go up to VJ when he plays it, so my understanding is probably it's the equivalent of spies having passwords phrases when they meet abroad.
Oh, like how that locked room in...
I hear the gooseberries are doing well this year. Fuck off, you wanker. Mr. Bond. You know,
I know what I said.
Yeah, it's just like a version of that, really. I think where
they use the Close Encounters theme in Moonraker.
Well, yeah, but we'll just pretend in this universe as well that Close Encounters isn't the thing.
Quite the opposite. I like to think that Close Encounters definitely was a thing.
Oh, Bond, you've done that joke before.
Baby, what are you doing here?
I mean, she was a woman in a room with Bond, so obviously he was obliged to make a pervy comment at her.
Oh yeah,
that's the rule.
So when does J.D. Pepper turn up again?
J.D. Pepper.
Yeah.
J.W. Pepper.
When does he turn up again?
He plays he's a belly dancer coming up.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I started. I'm Mr. Bond with me again.
So yeah. So
you were talking about Roger Moore and how he wanted out.
Yeah, Never Say Never Again came out literally the same year. So you basically had two competing different Bond films. So I think United Artists and Broccoli probably wanted to play it safe, rather than take the chances on someone new and untested. They said, no, get Roger back. He's reliable. He's safe. He knows what he's doing. And Roger, quite reluctantly, as I understand, came back to do this and the next one.
Why did he agree the next one?
I don't know. Why does anyone agree? I guess the money was good.
Probably. Maybe they got him on a 2-picture deal. Maybe they said, we'll bring you back for 2 pictures. We'll pay you a ludicrous amount of money. Here you go.
Yeah, they would have happily kept him on longer than that, I think. But yeah, I think he just... And around this time, they did some screen tests in case Roger refused to come back. They did some screen tests, and one of the actors they screen tested was James Brolin.
Oh.
Yeah. And
wow.
and if you want to see it, it's on, I think it's on this Blu-ray, but it's also on YouTube. You can see James Brolin as Bond. It's quite interesting to see.
Interesting.
Yeah. She's not very shocked that a man who she saw for about 2 seconds in London is now in India.
Yeah, I'd have...
It's followed her literally thousands of miles.
Nonplussed isn't the best really reaction to this. It should really be calling the police.
You're that man from the... You're that pensioner from the auction I glanced at.
You were looking at me very weird.
You really, really wanted that egg.
You kept shouting about wanting my eggs. I felt very uncomfortable.
It's just a bit weird. I didn't even get it. What does that mean? It's quite disgusting, really, when you think about it. It'd be more interesting if that was the Major from Fawlty Towers.
You see the problem, Fawlty. You've gone too far. But I never turned down a challenge.
What they play backgammon. I don't know. Do you know Hungry Hungry Hippos? That's my favourite.
I'm very good at Kaplunk.
I think you'll find I'm the 1979 Buckaroo Championship 4 years in a row, bitch.
I think you'll find that I am the legendary gold belt in Screwball Scramble.
So yeah, as far as I know, they're just, and I don't know backgammon, maybe they just make it up as they go. If you roll a 6, then you win your house.
Yes. Double, you say?
Make mine a double?
How about we go triple? Why stop at triple when we could go quadruple?
Quadruple.
What about septuple?
How many is that? I don't know.
How about all the money in your pockets right now?
How about the magic egg?
Oh.
The magic golden egg with its egg powers.
I'm not a big fan of exploitation films.
Ha 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 ha. Can I phone a friend?
How about we just play bullseye?
He the way he looks at him and declares the double sixes without looking, that could have really backfired because he didn't even bother to look at the dice. He could have gone double 6.
It was a 1 and
Bond,
a 2.
Bond, you've won a 1 and a 2. No, I haven't. It was a double 6.
Oh,
No,
cool.
Bond, we're looking at it. It was a double 6.
I'll collect my egg. Money, please. Money now. Me money now.
Give me it now.
Money. If you just look down, not looking down, give me money. Double 6.
I simply refuse to even move my head even slightly. Give me money.
I'm not acknowledging it. Money mine. Gimme, gimme, shimmy, shimmy.
Gimme. All mine.
Arthritis is a bitch.
Those dice cost 50 quid each.
Yeah.
Doesn't that what the thing is, right? That wasn't anything directed at Bond. That guy just does that with everyone who ever plays the game.
Oh yeah.
It's part of the routine.
It's kind of my thing.
How many dices do you think they go through per day? That's where most of the money in this club goes.
That was where the majority of the film's budget went.
VJ appears to be dressed as Alan Partridge there.
I was going to say the Steve Coogan outfit range for Alan Partridge is surely pulled from this era of Bond. Like the last film, this film, and the next film are just...
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I haven't
In
watched
case
it.
you're wondering, Bond just took the money and said, that'll keep you in curry for a few weeks.
Oh,
won't
God!
it?"
I forgot about the racist bit.
Yeah, I mean, luckily it's not constant.
No, at least it's to a minimum.
It is a joke that strikes one as a bit
wrong. Yeah.
Could you not go one film without doing something like that?
I mean, so far, Ben, I'm going to say you've actually managed to restrain yourself really well, because every Bond film up to this point so far, you have immediately insulted either some country or some race.
Wait about I didn't.
Yeah,
I was quoting the line Bond says.
Well, no, but for example, say Live and Let Die, you upset all those black people. And then in The Spy Who Loved Me, you upset all those Russians. And then in The Man with the Golden Gun, you upset all those gay people.
So I'm bad because I quoted a line that Roger Moore says in the film.
Oh no, what I'm saying is you're actually remarkably well restrained this time around, that you haven't immediately broken into a comedy Indian accent and been really racist.
You're missing the comedy Indian car chase, is what you're missing.
Oh yes,
Look, he's about to kill him with the tennis racket. I can't remember if the tennis racket has anything special about it, like it's a cube branch tennis racket.
Oh God!
I forgot all about that.
Oh,
that was so dumb.
That's so awful.
I forgot.
Why?
I completely forgot about that. They do the tennis.
Oh.
Oh, God damn it. Ha ha. So you know what, that would have been funnier if when he threw the money, thank God for hard currency, it landed in the lap of the guy from the other two films with the whiskey bottle.
Yes.
He's now in India, inexplicably. And he does not this again.
He's walking out of an AA meeting in India.
Why would he be attending an AA meeting in India?
He needed to get away for a spiritual reawakening.
He's gone on a George Harrison-esque pilgrimage. He's with the Maharishi.
And he's just sort of waving goodbye to everybody having full recovery. And then this large amount of money lands in front of him. He just immediately walks into an off-license.
Straight into the boozer.
Yes.
Bond keeps inadvertently ruining his life.
And this carries on from now until, like, the Daniel Craig era. It's this old man who's broken and beaten.
Yeah. You know what they should have done for this film?
Go on.
It's set in India.
Yes.
So, well, it's most of it's set in India. Why not just do a full-blown, like, Bollywood film?
That would have been good.
Just have, when Bond's about to get into the, to a fight, just have loads of people behind him, just dancing, jigging about. Bond sings a song about how great life is and how great love is.
You know, it'd probably run around about the same runtime, because most Bollywood films are about 2.5, 3 hours long, so...
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Yeah. Oh, that's just
funny. It's funny because Indian men all sleep on spiky beds.
Clearly.
You could have killed that man.
Yes.
Do you know how fucking, like, intricate and exact sword eaters have to do it?
It's all right. He's got a license to kill. So.
If you even, like, slightly pull it out of step, you could, like, split his neck open.
He just pulls it out. He just falls over. The whole fight stops for a second.
You know what would be funny, actually, for a bit of a crap but good visual gag. When he pulled the sword out of the guy's mouth, he's fighting the guy. The baddie somehow gets the sword out of Bond's head, so the sword eater pulls another one right out of his mouth.
I thought you were going to say he goes to pull it out, and as he sort of wields it in front of the villain, there's a sandwich stuck on the end of it.
Oh, that's pretty thingy as well.
Yeah, a bit
Yay, poverty!
Yeah!
We will exploit it to get our way.
Oh, God.
That is the British way. This film, I think you'll find, Dan, is an apt metaphor for the British occupation of India in the 1800s.
It is. I could see it.
This film is basically an extended metaphor for the Raj.
Yeah, I could totally believe this. I love the fact that they don't actually translate what he's saying in Hindi. They just give instructions in Hindi.
He's probably just saying something like, come on, or fuckers.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he's swearing in Hindi, that's why.
Okay. That's better.
And apparently all of India is just a secret Q branch lab.
Do you like what we've done with this place, Bond? Apparently it was a palace. Now it's ours.
They're just doing what the British always do.
Yeah.
We see an ancient thing of beauty and we make it ours.
The first thing Bond says is, did you ever clean up those pyramids? The what?
I love that. Q says, I was set out here in a moment's notice. It took you a moment to set up your magic lab.
In clearly what is probably something very culturally important to the Indian people.
Ah, fuck it.
Yeah. It's ours now.
Mine now, can do what you want. Look, this is your superpower for this film, Bond. It's a thing that falls down. Bond, shut the fuck up.
I think you'll find my cock is as rigid as it could possibly be, Bond.
You're 87. You're really too old to be making jokes about... You really shouldn't be making jokes about floppy cocks at your age.
People in glass houses, Bond.
Bond, can you go 5 minutes without making some pun? Smashing. Because it smashed into him. This looks like an egg, and it is in fact an egg. Now, moving on.
But when you open the egg, you will see inside is another egg.
Oh, this is the joke he makes about the pen. Wait for Bond to deliver his riposte. That exact joke was in Casino Royale.
Yes.
And you know what the weird thing is, right? In Casino Royale, like the 60s one, they make reference to the fact that it's a crap joke. And then in this one, the so-called real Bond series, it's played totally straight.
Well, that's the thing, and not to get into too much heavy spoilers for later on in the film, but the end of the film is more or less a beat-for-beat sort of recreation of the end of Casino Royale, where there's this nuke imminently about to go off.
Except without the cowboys.
Except without the cowboys, that's it.
And the seal.
No, Q turns up as a seal, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
Off, Bond. Give me a fishy. I'm a good little seal.
Poison pen letter. It's the exact joke from Casino Royale. It's just so funny. And Bond, you're 92. You really should not be using my very expensive, which would have been very expensive at the time, camera, to look at the cleavages of 19-year-old assistants.
Hey, Q, look at me. I work for the BBC.
Bond, how have you not been sacked? This is very inappropriate in the workplace.
It's all right, I'll leave the tits on the TV screen, please.
This is very inappropriate in the workplace, Bond.
I like the fact you did the comedy crash zoom as well. He's like, "Hey, Q."
No, he's a big Ken Russell fan. He likes his crash zooms, does Bond.
Have you seen this film, Women in Love? Smashing film.
Marvelous scene by the fire. We must recreate it sometime.
Pay attention, Bond. Oh, it'd be like watching two leather handbags have a fight.
Which is something that happens very often.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe your table's reserved. I didn't reserve one. So yeah, if I was Bond, I'd just assume that every hotel or every restaurant I walked in, there's always a table reserved. Like everywhere in the world. He could go to a cafe in Siberia. Mr. Bond, your table reserved. Thank you, Mario.
Yes, thank you. Go into a McDonald's, you can just ram the other cars.
Into a McDonald's. Mr. Bond, your table's reserved.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Darren.
I'd rather keep the egg. Thank you.
Don't you think that's a little extravagant? Are you going to do any more of those, Bond? About 4 more. I've got them saved up for later.
Hang on a moment. 5 more.
She's baddie, but she's not really baddie. But she is. But she isn't. It's like Catwoman. Moral ambiguity. I can't remember her character's name. Magda? Maga? Make America Great
I collect
Again?
mold, spores, and fungus.
You too, eh?
Yeah.
I keep them under my bed.
Some of them I made myself.
Ew. Oh my god, someone seems to have taken their clothes off, Dan. Who could have done this?
Oh no. Somebody appears to have put them in a bed. And now she's trying to steal his dinner. That is incredibly dangerous. There are no tables by the side of that bed. Where are they putting those glasses?
It's health and safety gone bad, Dan.
You put it on.
I certainly know, Dan, if I was in a situation where I was about to make love to a glamorous young woman, the first thing I would think about is the tables.
Yeah. You put the glasses on the floor, you step up in a bit of a drunken haste, smash. You've got glass in your feet. What are you doing with that then?
We never see Bond have actual sexual intercourse. I'm presuming that maybe they just take clothes off and just drink champagne in bed.
I know. You see, when Bond has sex, basically all that happens is it's a bit similar to how pigs make love, in the sense of he puts.
That's nice. That's a nice thought.
He puts it in, and then it just instantly releases for half an hour, and then he just pulls out and he's done. And that's how it works.
You know an awful lot about pig fucking.
Well, yes, when you're in the business.
Yeah.
The Bond girl's just like, please stop, I'm swollen, you have filled me like a big wobbly spunk bubble. And Bond's just like, no, more.
You know he's an arsehole because he has his license plate is his name.
Oh, yeah. I hate people who do that.
Well, you do that.
I don't do that.
Dan is great, that's your license plate.
Oh, yeah.
Dan is the best.
I guess I'm just...
The best, the E in best being a 3, the T being a 1 and so on.
I could go further.
That rustling you can hear is Dan eating.
Oh yes, for the comedy dining experience today, I had 2 chicken fajita wraps.
He likes to eat cookies when he watches a sex scene in films.
Oh yes. I drank a nice smoothie, and now I've got triple chocolate chip soft baked cookies.
Yeah. Oh no, Bond! She's got the egg.
She's got your gametes, Bond.
She's got your magic egg.
Now she's off and away.
I can't remember what the watch does. Oh, it's a tracker. He's going to track shit.
I'd much rather track the egg.
Goodbye.
She falls off the balcony and the thing unties from the railing and she just dies.
Well, this didn't work out.
Shagged your Mrs. Mate.
She's not his missus. She's one of the Octo girls, whatever they're called.
Shagged your Octo girl, mate.
Ah,
He's not as good as Jaws.
or Oddjob or Grant or all the other villains who they attempt to clone throughout this series many times.
Yeah.
Are we getting into Jungle Fever now?
I think we are.
With this egg, I can rule the world somehow.
You just flick it open. Nice. And then click it close.
Maybe we should have done extensive amounts of research on Fabergé eggs and their purpose before watching this.
I think it's more entertaining to just keep shouting egg over and over again.
I should also point out as well that the literary origins of this film, there is no Bond book called Octopussy, I don't think. There's a short story by Ian Fleming called The Property of a Lady. And you know the auction scene? That's the short story.
Oh, right.
That's the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the last few Bond things Ian Fleming did is he wrote like short story anthologies of Bond. And these latter films just took the titles mainly and nothing else.
I suppose that's something as well we could talk about is No Time to Die is due out this month.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm seeing it next week.
Will you be ready and willing to give a full and detailed feedback of it for our next commentary, which will be the return of Randy Grandpa?
Yeah, I'm seeing it on next Friday. I'm seeing it. Fine, which is fine. Then I'll be come back, and then for a film that's been about 4 years in waiting, then I'll come back and say, "Oh, it's all right."
Bit shit. Next one.
Next, please.
Well, hopefully by the time we finish these commentaries, the next one will be in cinemas. So.
Yeah. Maybe they should have done it so that the fish. He was talking to the fish. Likes eggs. Fabergé. Well, it's funny because in the books, Bond only seems to eat eggs. Like every time Ian Fleming goes into these very lurid descriptions of Bond's dietary habits, like every other paragraph in the books is just, and he sat down and had poached eggs, salmon,
followed with a glass of raw eggs.
A glass of raw eggs, more eggs.
Eggs. Maybe he worked for the egg board.
He'd look like Arnold Schwarzenegger after a while if all he did was just eat raw eggs.
No, there's a missed opportunity. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Bond.
He could certainly, he'd certainly be covered in terms of the puns. He'd have no issues whatsoever with that part.
Be sorted. Ah, Blofeld, we meet again.
I can't see Arnold Schwarzenegger being a smooth, charismatic lover. Get in bed now. Housekeeper, come here.
I think we need to take things a little bit slow. Where am I? Don't worry, Q. I am keeping the British end up.
James, allow me to introduce James Bond, consummate Englishman, consummate English British spy. Hello.
Pleasure to meet you, Governor.
Oh, I say.
This would never have happened to the other fella.
So, aren't your voices for
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
On the Comedy Done experience.
How's Bond going to get out of this one? I mean, you could get out the door, I suppose.
Just walk out, mate.
Oh,
got you.
The Diceman's here.
Oh, I shall have poached eggs with some eggs on the side, a glass of raw eggs. Do you have any eggs?
I've been feeling eggs a lot lately.
I don't think we see Roger in a tuxedo all that often in the Bond films, do we?
We do.
Do we?
Yeah.
I seem to recall him wearing a lot of beige.
Well, it goes with the plots of the latter day films. Beige look, beige plot. Oh.
I noticed there are no eggs on this table.
It's that bit from Temple of Doom. They're gonna have big feast. Is it Magda? So her name is Mrs. Make America Great Again.
Oh no.
This is where it all started. Those bloody eggs. The eggs got Donald Trump elected.
Eggs control the capitalist system. We can't eat any more of them. They'll take us away. You're listening to this commentary. What are you doing? Throw your eggs into the street.
Does this souffle have egg in it?
Yes, I think it does.
I don't. Maybe that doesn't work because it's what souffle is like cake, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a type of spongy cake. You can have savoury and sweet versions.
Oh, then it would have egg in it, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's an egg motif through the whole film.
No wonder this is his store's favourite film. Or Pliny's. That's an obscure reference. 2 of our American viewers just scratched their heads, and one very obscure British person went, "Hey!"
Our Chinese fan is very confused right
Very.
now. He's just... Now that his government's allowing him to watch these videos...
I love the idea of, like, North Korean, like, exiles using this to catch up with British culture. Just the 2 of us going, egg.
I know the joke is... This is one thing that I think is slightly out of character for Bond. Like Bond's a bit of a gourmet to the point of being a gourmet bore. I think he'd quite enjoy that. Apparently that wasn't sheep's eyes in real life. That was marzipan.
Huh. Tastes like marzipan.
Yeah, I don't really see Bond, especially this version of Bond, being like, ugh. Get it away, mate. Have you got any Burger King? He'd.
I only eat Subway. Eat fresh.
I think he'd. No, I think he'd at least try it.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't want to be rude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this Bond above anything else is a gentleman.
Yeah, first and foremost.
Even in The Man with the Golden Gun, you had the bit where him and Scaramanga have that very heated conversation at the dinner table, and he goes, "Oh, so I will duel you, but first I'm going to finish this lovely meal."
A fine cuisine.
Did you just ask that fella if he wanted to come and shag him?
We both slowly just kind of hesitantly walk into the room together.
You say hesitantly, but you know.
Pained screams for hours.
Don't worry, Dad. He's got the barb loosener juice.
Brilliant. Q came good with his acid pen. Still having to find use for the jam trousers, but we'll get there.
Suppose he could have done this earlier.
He could have.
But he really wanted that sheep's head.
He did. He really fancied it.
Yeah. I'd try it.
I learned this trick from Crash Bandicoot 3, Warped. Dun, 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 dun.
What? Birds. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Hey, hey, readers?
Know what I'm saying, lads.
Hey, viewers?
Eh? When did this turn into a Tinto Brass film?
This is the only reason he wanted to escape. He was quite happy living in his jail cell room, you know, getting fed regularly.
But then Totty, so... Oh no, it's an alien.
Light's my one weakness. Like she wouldn't see him. Pretty sure you'd see him.
Yeah, she'd have hit that panic alarm in 2 minutes.
He's not being the most subtle escape artist here.
No.
I mean, you woke up the birds. Why would you do that? Russians. What have they got to do with this?
What did they do? They nearly tried to kill me less than a few months ago, but they can't possibly be evil.
They're the Russians. They're the baddies.
Or are they? That's the whole thing, really, with these Bond films from this era. Is it's kind of the Russians are supposed to be our friends at this point historically. And
sort of.
The majority of them, it's just kind of like the film's just like, oh, they could be good, or they may be shit. Yeah. Who knows?
The Cold War was definitely beginning to fall by this point. It wasn't at its extremist height. I think that's why you never really see a Bond film where the Russians. There's no Bond films where our government is overtly a baddie.
Yeah.
Number one, mainly because it means you can't flog that film to that country.
Yeah.
If you were to do that. Can you imagine nowadays if you had a Bond film where the villain was the Chinese government,
Yeah.
they wouldn't make the film.
No, it wouldn't happen. Either that or they'd have to reshoot every single scene with them to replace the government with a different government.
And remove all references to ghosts.
Yes.
And or time travel. Or anything else.
And everybody will have to be ever so slightly more modestly dressed.
Yeah. Or any references to Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, yeah. And if you're gay, that's out the film.
Yeah.
God bless you, Disney.
I thought you said according to Lenin's specifications. Lenin? What's he got to do with this?
Must crush capitalism.
We're going to use the eggs to resurrect Lenin.
A devious plot. Why, the communist regime would be double forced with him back at the helm. I can only pick up signal 1 on this thing.
Plan always struck me as very convoluted.
Yeah.
I think baddie plans in Bond films should be fairly straightforward.
This was one of the problems I had with this film, was it was only in the third act when the train chase goes on that I actually realised what the actual plan was. Because I spent the majority of this film going, okay, so what about the egg? And then,
what about the egg?
I need to know what's happening with the egg.
We're going to resurrect Karl Marx too?
Oh no.
They're bringing them all back.
In defence, we have rehabilitated Margaret Thatcher. She's currently 50 foot tall and destroying
Margaret
the
Thatcher
Eastern
had to
Seaboard.
listen to me having sex in the last film. I have to say, it kind of helped.
I now have her on speed dial. I now know why they call her the Iron Lady.
I feel like a right twat if you dropped it then.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's our entire plan destroyed.
Credits. It turns out they actually borrowed the actual real...
Have you ever seen, you know when Burkoff smashing the egg then? Do you remember in Brass Eye, the science episode? Do you remember they had all the celebrities coming on talking about the danger of heavy electricity?
Yes.
And Stephen Burkoff was one of them, doing like the video thing. And do you remember he's got like a little village display in front of him?
Yeah.
And he's like, let me tell you what's going on. The villagers with their little tiny heads and the heavy electricity, it does this. Boom, boom, he's smashing it up with hammers. That's what that reminded me of just now. Like a hellish Powerball. That could have been your mother. I always think that, like, going way off topic now. I always feel like Stephen Burkoff was one of the celebrities who might have been in on the joke.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just seemed like... I mean, that could just be how he is.
There's always at least a couple... I know with Brass Eye there was at least a couple who must have known what they were doing.
Tommy Vance.
Yeah.
See, Tommy Vance, right, used to do radio links and trailers for Chris Morris's radio show. So he must have surely known.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy Vance has got one of the best voices in anything.
He is he the one who sounds like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in Brass Eye. They get him doing the like introduction to young offenders. They said, now while you're here, you're gonna have to learn a whole new language. It's called prison slang. Buff my pylon, give us a fag. Don't buff my pylon, give us 2 fags, I'll give you more. Wobble my coconuts, switch on the telly. And very important, this one, Portillo means look behind you.
There was at the same time he would have done Brass Eye, he would also have been doing bits on the 11 o'clock show.
Yeah, well that was about a year later,
Yeah.
the 11 o'clock show, but yeah.
So he must have had some sort of sense of self-awareness.
I heard maybe you can confirm this story. You might know more about this than me. Is it true that Stephen Burkoff was in the Doctor Who Matt Smith story, The Power of Three?
Yes.
And is it true that he was an absolute arse and no one liked him and he was completely unworkable? That's what I heard.
I've not heard any first-hand accounts, but I have heard that rumour before. I'd say it's possible.
What I heard was that the reason why he's in it so little is because he was completely unworkable, just refused to do anything that was asked of him.
I mean,
that's why he's a hologram.
I mean, I've heard it. I haven't had any first-hand accounts on it, so I'd say, yeah sure, why not?
What else is Burkoff
Guilty
in?
unless
He's in that Prince film, isn't he?
Which one? The Cherry Moon?
Not Purple Rain. Under the Cherry Moon.
Yeah. I like the fact that this turns into Battle Royale very briefly.
The thing about this film is... Bond even does like a spooky noise. He goes, "Whoa, I'm a ghost."
All of these shots from behind are actually Oliver Reed. So he was visiting the set and got wankered on rum.
Oliver Reed did screen tests for Bond. I've probably told this story already on one of the others, but I still find it funny that Oliver Reed was actually in serious consideration, and the quote was that they didn't want to spend the money to fix his broken public image.
No, spiders, my one weakness.
I was going, the return of the spiders. When this film goes into the jungle, when Bond gets lost in the jungle, the plot also gets lost.
Yeah. For the next sort of 40 minutes.
Whatever plot there was, anyway.
Yeah. It's almost like the B film starts once he leaves the jungle.
But yeah, they didn't want to spend the money to fix Oliver Reed's public image as a boorish drunk.
When was
idiot.
he?
About early 70s.
Ah, right, okay, fair
So
enough.
I think it was when Connery left after Diamonds Are Forever.
Kitty!
Oh, this is what he does is Barbara Woodhouse. Why? Bond wouldn't know who she is.
No,
Bond wouldn't watch mid-80s BBC telly.
This Bond's different. He likes the Beatles.
No, Barbara Woodhouse was.
Yeah, she's the dog trainer.
Yeah, but he just did an impression of her.
Yeah.
What? Bond wouldn't know who she was.
Oh, he does Fanny Craddock as well.
I just can't picture Bond sitting around watching afternoon BBC One.
Oh,
I love this one.
No, if this Bond's got a day off, I guarantee you, he's sat in front of the sofa on a Sunday with a cup of tea watching Songs of Praise, cooking with Fanny Craddock, and then Crufts. And then at the end of it, he'll go, simply marvellous.
It's also a joke that has aged terribly because it doesn't work outside of 1983.
Oh no, Long Spider.
Oh, shut up.
The first time I saw him do that, I swore he said piss off, not hiss off. I had to actually wind it back to double check it was the pun.
Even the snake groaned at that pun. That's why he went away. Even the snake was like, hiss off. That's the best you've got.
I'm done.
I mean, I'm trying to think of what else he could have said. No, Dan, he wouldn't have made noises.
I'm trying to figure out a cock joke.
Why cock?
Because the snake was climbing up his leg. I'm thinking something like, I don't know, you're not a trouser snake. Or...
I was just thinking that, like, something to do with trouser snake. Yeah.
This isn't the friend you're looking for. So I don't know, something.
Maybe hiss off was genuinely the only...
Oh, God! Oh.
Even the subtitles identified it as Tarzan-style call.
Just end the film now.
Even the subtitlers were like, this is dumb.
Oh, God. Oh, no, it's all gone a bit Cannibal Holocaust.
You know what? The thing is, right, he's trying to get away from these people who are hunting him, basically. Why would he scream?
Yeah.
Why would he do a Tarzan scream? Oh God! The alligator should just get him now. Fuck it.
It just opens up in its queue inside. Get in, Bond.
Thing is, this whole sequence has potential to be really gritty and like Bond like prop. This is one of the first times we've seen Roger's Bond properly sweaty and struggling and thingy. But then he has to do like a Tarzan call and a Barbara Woodhouse impression. I mean, just to remind us that we're watching a Roger Moore Bond film.
Well, what you've got to imagine is at this point, 1983, the cannibal movement of films has been in full effect for like 5 years.
Well, are you going to say, oh yeah, these were a big influence on...
Well, no, what I'm saying is the exact
Octopussy.
opposite. They had so much source material to work with to make it gritty and dark looking because so many of these films had come out and had been in the media. Like, this is the start of the video nasty stuff. So Cannibal Holocaust was in newspapers at this point for being films that should have been banned. And they just chose to ignore it and just go for weird running through the jungle puns, Barbara Woodhouse style Tarzaning.
I like that line. There's something very B-movie about that line. He's a very rare breed, soon to be made extinct.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like a musical sting after that line of like... Boop, 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 boop.
James Bond will return after these messages.
How's Bond going to get out of this one?
Tune in next time, Bond heads.
Jumps on a boat. basically.
We'll see
My
about
favourite
that.
kind of discrimination.
We'll see about that.
Sexual discrimination. The sexiest kind of discrimination.
Four. What do you mean? It's an all-man island?
Now
I'm
let
out.
me get in my magic crocodile boat. I'm sure that was in Casino Royale as well.
Yeah.
I was Ursula Andress. I can't remember her character's name in Casino Royale.
Do you reckon that basically...
She has a line about... Do you remember David Niven's talking to her and she's like, I thought you were killed in Florida. And she goes, that was not a shark, that was my personal submarine. Okay, shark, alligator, whatever. But my point is that the official, air quotes, series is not getting that far from the parody.
If you're being honest, I reckon that they got wind that Never Say Never Again was going to be made and they basically just went, right, okay, let's watch Casino Royale, we'll make a film out of that.
Because that's the film you want to emulate when you're trying to keep the series afloat. The gigantic disaster that flopped.
Hey, in fairness,
and was a critical commercial and production disaster.
In fairness, that'd be where I'd go. Dan, you're in charge of the Bond films, right? Casino Royale. Let's have a look. In fairness as well, if it was a commercial flop and nobody went to watch it, at least that means that they could get away with putting some jokes from it in there without people being like, you know, that from Casino Royale.
We wrote this joke, not Peter Sellers or whoever. It's okay, we can do it. Peter Sellers is dead. He won't mind.
He never got over Princess Anne.
Good evening, Mr. Bond. It's you. Scaramanga killed you.
Many times.
In the sumo pit.
Ah.
It's Maud Adams. She's back again.
Mike, you're going to have to fill me in on this. My memory is...
Scaramanga's bird.
Oh, shit, yeah. I remember her now. She was on the beach.
Yeah.
And Christopher Lee shot a cork out of her champagne.
Yeah. This is a very strange move, actually, on the part of the Bond film. To not only bring back an actress in another role, but she plays two Bond girls. Two different Bond girls, which is a bit interesting.
Odd.
Yeah. I guess they just liked Maud Adams a lot. She's good. What was she called in fucking Andrea Anders, something like that? My memory's shot.
It's okay, Ben. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
You could if you could do the headcanon and say it is the same character because it's implied that Bond and Octopussy have a history. Or they've at least met before. Or they've shagged before, they've done something before.
Something has happened with them and their genitals.
So yeah, you could do a headcanon that it's the same person.
Yeah.
Then she faked her death somehow.
Just to get away from Christopher Lee and Nick Nack, let's be honest.
Yeah, I was tired of that little guy coming up to me and trying to get off with me all the time.
He was so horny, Bond.
I might have told this story on the Man with the Golden Gun one, but yeah, it's the one where Hervé Shelley, aka Nick Nack, was coming up to Maud Adams, just like trying to get off of her every night.
I will see you tonight.
Yeah, he was just coming up to a piss going, you are so beautiful. I'm going to come into your room. I'm going to make wild love to you. You will not expect it. I will come.
Oh, dear. I mean, it comes to something when you're confiding in Bond for relief from the horny man.
Yeah.
You have a nasty habit of surviving.
You know what they say about the fittest? I'm well fit after all.
Bonged your Octopussy person you sent to my room.
Roger Moore's Bond has such a casual relationship with his villains. I mean, that man was on an elephant a few minutes ago
trying to shoot him.
Shoot him with a big-ass rifle. And now it's just like, hello, Mr. Bond. I see quite well.
You're still alive.
Kill Bond.
It's good to hear.
He's even got the Blofeld Nehru jacket thing on.
Yeah. I wonder if Blofeld ever made it out of that chimney.
This would have been the perfect time to bring him back.
It just cuts back to Battersea Power Station at night, and all you can hear
I can still get you that delicatessen.
You can just hear really faintly. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Somebody help.
I had to eat the cat to survive.
She knew all my show tunes. I sang to her for hours. Help. Help. The Octopussy worker uniforms are a big step down.
They appear to be dressed as superheroes.
Yeah. You know what they're dressed as? They're dressed as the greatest American hero. Believe it or not.
Bond, just as Bond's walking out, he just can't help himself.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
I'm walking on air because I have got a Fabergé egg. It's not like Kinder, it doesn't have toys.
It's my special egg.
Believe it or not, I have egg.
They've got their own version of Q Branch. The baddie Q Branch.
It's called Three Branch.
Free Branch.
But we can.
Free bags. Maybe the scene was originally 20 minutes long. You just kept putting bags on the table.
Yeah. They had to cut because the table collapsed.
Here's a production photo of Roger Moore as James Bond. And it was obviously... I always loved that, not just in this film, in any film, where it's always the photo, they show a photo of someone, it's always like, it's all very professionally lit.
Very clear.
Almost like the set photographer on the film took it. Strange there.
Oh, it's signed as well. Nice. That'll be 25 quid.
Yeah. Q gets a lot of screen time in this film.
I think that's probably one of the...
and really got his money's worth.
I think it's one of the better aspects of this film, let's be honest. Whenever Q turns up, it's automatically 20 times better.
Maybe he was moaning because he never gets to go to the fancy exotic locales. He's always stuck in Pinewood.
I want
to
to
go to India. I want to go to the Sex Palace.
Where's Q's love? Everyone loves Q. I like to think that Q had a big argument with M before setting off because he knew that sending Bond to All Lady Island was possibly the worst decision that could ever be made.
or the best.
I remember reading an article a while ago about a breeding centre for hamsters, and one time a hamster got out of its cage and managed to knock up all of the female hamsters in the enclosure in a single night, and they just found this exhausted hamster in its cage, and it made me think of this film.
Made me think of Bond.
He leaves the island and suddenly there's like 400 sort of horny, drunk children just running around.
I can see that as a Q Branch experiment. Wow, that's freaky as fuck. I'll keep that later.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm not digging the evil uniforms. Can we get something?
They look like TV
they look like they've got a diarrhea advert to film.
Diner Girl and Buck Rogers and whatever it's called.
Dino Mutt and stuff
all they're missing is the capes.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she's meant to be running. It's said that she runs a circus empire, but they don't have to dress like that when they're not in a circus.
No.
I'm just picturing there's my assistant get you something. Clicks her fingers. Some guy comes in on a what they call tricycle.
Yes.
Oh no, unicycle. There's one wheel in it.
Yeah.
Juggling the wine.
So
you don't have to do that. Yes, I do.
He puts a cigarette in, and a fire eater comes in.
Thank you, Pepe.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I was going to walk through this door.
I was never scared of clowns, like circuses clowns. I know that's the typical scary. Oh, clowns, spooky clown come get you. Never found them scary, even as a kid.
No, I was okay with clowns. What I wasn't okay with was people where I couldn't see their face. So, for example, if they wore full body costumes or had masks on.
Well, that's because we as humans naturally identify faces to things, don't we? There's a word. There's a word for that phenomenon. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like when, when we're kids. I did this as a kid. Some kids look at cars and the way that the headlights are like eyes and the license plate's like a mouth and it looks like a face.
Yeah, we do that as kids, not now because we're grown-ups.
I do that now.
I certainly don't do that now.
I do it now. When you're in your car, I look at your car and go, hello.
When I'm waiting for people,
hello, Dan's car.
When I'm waiting for people, when I drop them off, I certainly don't look at other cars and imagine them having conversations. That would be weird.
Hello, I'm a Ford Fiesta, and I'm a Volkswagen. Ah, how are you doing? I'm very well.
I've been having a bit of engine trouble recently, but you know.
Ah!
Oh no, they're going to take him to Lady Island.
How long were they in there?
3 weeks. Just a load of bodies rise up from the ones who didn't hold the breath long enough.
I know.
Kill him.
Oh God, they've got the death yo-yo. A dough.
I have one of those. I use it to open cans of pop when they're too far away.
Now, Bond appears to have developed spider sense in this film because he seems to know somehow that VJ was just killed by the dough.
How bizarre.
The dodo.
I feel like somebody's just had a yo-yo style blade put through their head.
I sense a disturbance in the force. Oh no, wait, that's just my trousers.
Ah.
More bonking.
Come here, Maud.
Birds screeched. In films, that means bad.
I've got to get out of here. And fast.
Those elephants are freaking me out. I just took my last tab of acid this morning. Fuck.
That's another thing that this film's missing. There's no 18-minute speedboat chase.
Doesn't count then.
No, it's not a proper Bond film. It shall be stricken from the record.
It will be cast out. So I mean, he's got spider sense.
When James Bond was bitten by a radioactive Blofeld.
When he shagged a radioactive spider.
Don't call me, I'll call you. He had the ability to stick to walls, to tell when danger is happening, and he can identify a Bollinger from 50 paces.
That never occurred to me to do that, Bond.
Really, I was going to sit here and let it cut my head off.
Ah! How dare you? Not the spread!
The man from Del Monte, he say no.
Go Gadget Punch. He's ruining all the upholstery. It's very rude of him.
I know. Some of these things cost at least £10.
Yeah. How did he pick that up without... It's meant to be razor sharp. He's picking it up with his bare hands.
Ow, 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 ow.
Ah! There we go. Ah, the octopi will get him.
My cock.
Octopus.
My beautiful cock. Oh no!
That octopus was having its way with him.
It was
with his face.
I've seen Alien. I know what happens next. Kill him. Oh no! There's a crocodile in the mix now as well.
This is going crazy, crazy, crazy.
But which one survived?
Yes, I mean, there's only half an hour left. Yeah, Bond died. Clearly.
For your eyes only.
Wrong film.
I know.
This is a weird beat to play. Of course, Bond isn't dead. There's like half an hour left.
They do the whole funeral. Get him buried.
This is quite... Coming back to, like, quite a dramatic scene where he finds the VJ's been killed. He comes back in his stupid fucking fake crocodile.
Q, I really must say, you're a crocodile boat. VJ is dead. Let me finish. Your crocodile boat is really top notch. Now, what were you saying?
What is? He was alive when I found him.
You cut his head off.
Does that mean that Q put him out of his misery?
Finished him off with a shovel.
What a grim scene.
Took 3 blows.
Finish me, Q. Put me out of my misery.
All right.
All right.
You'll love this one. A normal pen, but when you click it twice, it turns into a shovel.
I'm more suited to building coats that fire knives, but sure, I can do this.
Oh no, I appear to have bought the pen that shoots custard and not the one that turns into a shovel. Sorry about that.
Because it's in the script, Em. Look, I have a copy right here. Page 140.
By God, Bond, you're correct. Can you see any further into the future? No, the pages appear in my hand each time we finish a sentence. Here's the last page.
That's how Bond knows how to get out of trouble. He just reads the script.
Just reads ahead.
Yeah. that actor had only one line. He's like, yes, I'm in a Bond film. This is so great. I'm going to make the most of this line. That's why he was like, take us to Berlin. No problem. He was going to make the most of his walk on. Or drive on.
To put this into context, Ben, this film came out the same year as Let's Dance.
Yeah, 83.
It doesn't feel like the same.
I'm not sure what that has to do with this film, but there you are.
That's what I'm saying. It just feels like such an... You look at how this film is framed, and you look at the sort of culture and music of the time. New Wave is over at this point, pretty much. We're now and here we are still watching Roger Moore.
The Bond films have never been concerned with replicating the pop cultural, or at least in terms of like music, mores of the time, really. Have they?
Well, I mean, I don't know. In 2 films' time, at least they get Duran Duran in.
In 1 film's time.
In 1 film's time?
Yeah, View to a Kill's next.
Oh, I thought it was Living Daylights.
No, View to a Kill. Oh, not those. They killed Pennywise.
I love you.
No, they don't do I Love You anymore. They just play famous movie scores on the instrument that is relevant to the country the Bond is in.
Ah, right. Na 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 na.
Reminds me of the 85 sharks I have murdered across my career.
84. One got the better of me.
Mishka.
Ah!
Oh, he actually caught it with his hand.
Imagine if it had swung round the wrong way and he'd accidentally been stabbed in the hand.
Well, that's not that impressive. He should have caught it with his cock.
Yes. I mean, I don't want to know the logistics, but... wonder if they do those big bags of peanuts.
It's the 80s. We don't need circuses anymore. This is the 80s. We have Commodores now.
Yeah. I want to play Jet Set Willy. Circus mate, easy mate. I could do this, mate.
That was the line. Shout in Russian. I love the idea of the Russian general being like offended, like, this is art you're seeing. Sit down and enjoy it.
How dare you disrespect these performers in the peak of their prime.
These people work their bottoms off to fire themselves out of cannons. I was in France once, and with my dad, and we saw a circus, and I suppose this only works if you know that what my last name is. You know what the circus was called?
Go on.
Circus Bostock.
Wow!
My name is Bostock, by the way, all you fan kids.
It's only taken 40 episodes.
The circus was named after us.
Nice.
It was bizarre. It was like something from a David Lynch film.
Yeah.
It was just like we just looked at the poster for like 5 minutes, going, but there's a circus Bostock. Our name is Bostock, but the circus is Bostock. What? And then I looked at it, and my face was on the... No, well, Mike wasn't. But there was a circus called Circus Bostock.
And how old were you at this time?
Like 14,
oh, bro.
15.
So you're just at that age where if you went to Circus Bostock, you could have walked around with a big smile on your face and like, it's me.
Well, what I should have done is just gone around and say I'm the owner. I'm the ringmaster. Just put the hat on me. I'm like, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how it works, really. If you have the last name...
We're going to fire a pig at an elephant, or whatever they do.
This show is 18 plus now.
Yeah. I don't really like circuses. Not because I found them scary, just because I just didn't care for them.
No, I've only ever been to one. I can't say I was,
Was it the one in Blackpool?
No, there was one that came to this city. It just basically set up on some scrubland, and I went, and it was basically like that bit in The Greatest Show in the Galaxy where I was more interested in eating popcorn than watching.
Well, the Moscow State Circus comes to Manchester every year. Obviously not last year for obvious reasons, but they always come to Heaton Park and do a big show. We used to go to that.
Oh.
And yeah, but sadly I don't remember what Cirque Vostok was like. I want to say it was the best circus ever.
Well, clearly.
Clearly, I mean, come on. We did actually tell them afterwards about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they found it funny. They said, yes, we have been going for 5 generations now, Cirque du Vostok.
He just takes his hat off, gives it to you. 6
And
generations.
now, it is yours.
And they all just leave.
And the credits roll. I'm like, really?
Hard cuts to the newspaper. Circus Bostock closes forever.
You are the ringmaster now.
Massive debt. That's not how you ride a train, silly goose.
That is, well, he's forgot one part of this. I mean, it's a bit of a shame, really. I mean, we were in nice, lovely, colourful India, and now we're in drab, communist-controlled East Berlin.
I mean, you can say what you like about the communists. You can just say what you like about it.
Okay, the communists were a great bunch of lads.
They were.
Apart from, all those people who died.
All the evil ones, they were bad ones.
All the
all
the baddies. Oh, see, now you've insulted communism. Our Chinese fan can't watch our videos now. They're going to be blocked by the glorious regime.
We love China. We think they're great. Would that win them back?
Yeah, China wouldn't do something like this.
Oh God, I'm having flashbacks to that bit in You Only Live Twice where he goes in the underground train system.
They've got a nuke down.
Ah, sake, served at room temperature, 50 degrees.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to drink some sake. That is not a Russian man.
No, it is not.
The detonator. Now listen carefully.
It's very straightforward.
It's that easy. It's that easy to arm a nuclear device.
Even we could do it.
You just spin it.
Yeah.
And it comes up, the little timer comes up.
Spin it too far, it says bop it. Then it says twist it.
Well, we already learned that from The Spy Who Loved Me that defusing a nuclear bomb is exactly like the game Operation.
Touch the sides, boom, everything dies. Caption comes up 1 week after event.
Hey, this was the same year, was it? I think Fred's was 83 or 84.
Yeah.
Definitely one of them.
It was definitely one of them.
I think I'm leaning towards 83.
I think it was 83. I've got the Blu-ray up there, the nice, sexy BBC.
I thought you gave me the Blu-ray.
Yeah, what happened was I ended
There's only one Blu-ray copy allowed, and it's mine. You can't have one as well.
I'll have to nuke my copy then.
I mean, you gave me that Blu-ray for Christmas, which was nice.
It was, yeah. I'd basically...
But it was also, I just found it funny as a Christmas present.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah.
Watch this.
Merry Christmas.
Do you want to watch this old man die of radiation poisoning? Merry Christmas.
Yay. Do you want to see Pissing Woman? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
No nukes go off in this film, sadly.
I mean, that would have been one hell of a way to end it.
I mean, then we might not have been able to see the film. So that could only have been a good thing.
Imagine if they did have the balls to end a Bond film with nuclear annihilation.
Well, Spy Who Loved Me has 2 nukes go off. Not like to the point of destroying anything or anyone, but still. Is it wise to have one of those near a nuclear device?
I would say no. But then I don't think he's a nuclear technician. I think he's a knife thrower.
Do you think he said that to him? Like, my background's in throwing sharp objects at people.
Ah, good. You are bomb maintenance man now. Be careful, though. Bomb might explode.
Watch out, lol. Why are you saying that? The popular acronym will not be popularised for another 15 years or so yet.
JK, man, lol.
YOLO.
YOLO. Raffle.
That's what Bond said as he bludgeoned him with the cannon.
Ah.
YOLO.
Rafflecopter.
And now with this clever disguise, aka I change my clothes,
I am the knife thrower now.
I am Mr. Knife Man. No one will suspect a thing. Considering aren't the knife throwers meant to be like brothers?
Twins.
Twins, exactly. So this is how's this going to work?
What do you mean?
Mishka, you're looking older today.
Yes, I didn't eat today.
He's just Bond's attempted disguise. Hello, my name is Mishka. I'm a Russian man.
I live on the 7th
How do you
floor.
do, my good sir? I am from Russia. Peekaboo.
What do you mean we don't look alike? We're perfectly the same.
Listen to my very thick Russian accent.
Hello, I am from Russia.
Oh, he's got the rock candy.
Oh, great.
That's what this was all about.
Is this because I wanted your egg?
That's what this is all about, isn't it?
I was simply returning it to the glory of Russia. My egg.
This is Bond's only real interaction with Orlov, I think.
Mm. Well, he gets shot shortly, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Did Alan Rickman ever play a Bond villain?
No, which is a shame.
Mm.
I'm trying to work out the plan now. So he's going to let off a nuclear bomb, and that's going to lead to Europe disarming everything, and then Russia's going to take over.
Russia's going to Russian and take all of Europe.
They're going to rush in.
And take all of Europe. And
That's
then...
very convoluted.
And also, it's relying a lot on Europe turning around and going...
And complicated. And what happened with the eggs?
Yeah, I want the eggs back. Bring back the eggs. Also, an unusual thing for these Bond films, you got a headshot then in that scene. You blink and you miss it, but it was like an actual... You see the blood dot in his head where the bullet goes in.
Well, he needed to get the achievement, you see.
Ah.
It comes up on the screen.
Kill 3 Russians with a headshot. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's got...
Rufflecopter.
It's got some kind of quirky name like Head in the Clouds.
Well, hey guys, thank you for watching my stream. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you for the sub, Peaky Blinder 369.
JW Pepper 84. Thank you for the sub. Much love. Thank you for the bits.
Good head. Thank you so much for the bits. I've said that more than once.
Luckily, this car is bulletproof. Wait, no, it's not.
Crappy Russian automation. This isn't
Jesus
my Lotus.
Christ. Was it in Roger Moore's contract or something that whenever he got in a vehicle, the front projection had to be out of focus and crappy?
Yes it was. He was like, I can't be that awesome. You have to make me look a bit rubbish sometimes.
I refuse to be seen driving.
I don't think this would work. I don't think this would work.
Well then, are you an expert on cars going on train tracks?
It has a top speed of 10 miles an hour.
So,
the Russians are just walking by the car trying to get the door open. He just clicks the locks down.
Charred locks.
And just keeps going.
General, he's got the charred locks on. We cannot get in.
Drat! R1 floor.
Foiled by basic health and safety measures. Once again.
The left have won again.
Those capitalists and their health and safety precautions.
And their snowflake lefty ways.
You could have put Whiskey Man in there as well.
You could have.
When he's driving past all the people going, "Is that a car on the train track?"
What? J.W. Pepper's like gone to East Berlin for
why
a
is
holiday.
J.W. Pepper in East Berlin?
He's just got released from the
A place
internment.
where I don't think it was possible for Western tourists to go
No, I don't think so.
at this point in history.
Yeah, this is good. Whee!
Whee!
Watch how it nearly kills this man.
Fuck it. YOLO.
You only live once. Yeah, he's come to East Berlin to relax.
How would he get to a place where Western tourists were not allowed at this point in history?
He went to West Berlin and caught a train.
He climbed over the wall.
Yes.
He broke the wall. It wasn't Ronald Reagan. It was J.W. Pepper.
He made friends with
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this goddamn boom bomb Billy Bob wall.
He replaces David Hasselhoff in singing "I'm Looking for Freedom." Only he changed it to "God Bless the USA."
He's there driving through it with the Scorpions in the background.
Yeah.
The vision of the morning to the break.
The newspaper headlines: Yokel unites Germany.
Local idiot ends Cold War.
It's just a picture of him like, a Fabergé egg.
Oof.
Not for long.
Well,
Orlov, remember how I said I would kill you last? I lied.
what about that? Went right into the camera, broke it.
That camera cost £6.
That's the thing as well. Orlov's plan, it doesn't work because, see, it's implied that he's not working for the Russian government. He's his own sort of faction, like Breakaway. So when he says the Russians will march in and invade Europe, well, you're not the Russian army. You're just some crazy rogue general.
Yeah.
It'll be you. So what? You and like 50 guys with guns walk through Europe? How's that
Pretty
going to work?
And the moment it happens, you know that the Russian government would be like, oh, it was clearly this mental general who broke rank.
This mental general who we've disowned.
Yeah. Please do not disarm, otherwise he will drive all of our tanks. Why would he drive all their tanks?
He could drive himself. With his Stephen Burkoff face. Ha ha ha!
He didn't think this through. I mean, when Hugo Drax is looking more credible than you need to kind of reassess your priorities on being a villain.
Ah! Or just like random shoving points in. My plans ruined once again by a man in a trench coat. I'll get to the train! Shit.
Oh no.
Ah! 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 My evil is the only thing keeping me alive.
Belongs to me?
It's good death acting.
Yeah.
He should have made more noises when he died.
Yeah, I want to...
I shall be a hero of the Soviet Union. Ah!
My gallbladder!
We talked over the fact that Bond is now dressed as a monkey.
Don't worry, Q, I'm just monkeying about.
I hope you die on your next mission, Bond. Just for that remark.
No need to go ape, Q. Bond, allow me to introduce you to this pen. 2 clicks and it kills you.
Octopussy, you're the gorilla of my dreams.
Oh. Octopussy, I've got a banana. Would you like to see it? It's my cock.
It's my penis. My actual human penis. The ticking clock. You're struggling. Struggling for an exciting third act in your film? Ticking clock.
Ticking clock.
In fact, you don't even have to explain why a clock's ticking in a film. Just every now and then, just cut to a clock ticking. It'll create excitement.
Yeah. Ticking
Maybe
clock.
this is Bond's fourth regeneration. He fucked it up this time.
Yes. I think I said this to you the other day, but being the best-known secret agent...
That literally impossible what he just did.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
He just teleported out of the gorilla suit.
Good
thing you gave me the teleportation device.
I told you, after I shagged a radioactive Blofeld. But yeah, being the world's best-known secret agent means that you're really shit at your job. Basically.
But he apparently has Nightcrawler-esque abilities to move from wherever he needs to be at any one time, which is nice.
Which I suppose comes in handy if you're a spy.
It does. I'm sure that's definitely Roger Moore doing that. Climbing on that train.
Just falls off.
Yeah.
Just falls off. All you see is like a blip fly past the train.
And that's definitely him.
Yep.
And this Blu-ray transfer does that all the favours.
I think we need to bring back lo-fi transfers. I think for stuff like this, I want to see it in 4:3, 480p.
Well, it certainly would make those shots where it's obviously just a man on the side of a train more convincing.
Oh yeah. Oh no, these shoes cost £60 and were bought on Savile Row. Totty?
Hello.
Totty.
Oh God, we've done this gag already.
Oh no.
I fucking hate glass, alright? I hate it. Smash all glass.
But sir, did you not realise the Fabergé egg is also made of some kind of glass?
What?
Destroy them all!
I thought it was made of chocolate.
If ever...
Well, why was it wrapped in foil then? Sir, it was never wrapped in foil.
If ever a scene needed Pleasant Valley Sunday dubbing over it.
No, wrong Monkeys track. You know what this song reads? This take the last train to
Clarksville.
East Berlin. I'll be waiting at the circus.
We'll get it dubbed by a German prog band. Let's go Telex. We'll get Telex to do a version of Last Train to Clarksville and we'll dub it in.
Yeah. My favourite film with where it's like really bad stunt doubling is in Terminator 2.
Oh yeah.
The scene where it's the motorbike chase in the turnpike in LA.
Oh yeah.
And it's the shot where he picks John Connor up off his little Diddy motorbike, and it lingers on the stunt double's face for about 5 seconds, and it's not Arnie.
No.
Like it's blatantly Arnie has a very distinctive look, and that man is not Arnie. It's so obvious, especially when you're watching it in HD.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I went to go see it in the cinema a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Just before all of the troubles began.
We're recording this in 1992.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were doing a double feature.
This is an archive recording.
Yes, the archive comedy dining experience.
Oh no. Fell off the train, Dan.
I watched a double feature of Terminator and Terminator 2 in the cinema, and I was amazed at how shit Terminator 2 looks now. It's been cleaned up to 4K.
It doesn't look shit. It's just like that particular bit is just really obvious.
Oh no, but there are loads of really rubbish effects in there. Like you know the bit where the liquid metal guy's running through the mall and he gets shot with a shotgun, and he's got those blast holes in him.
Oh yeah.
And it's clearly just bits of tinfoil that have been scrunched up and sticked onto him.
I know, but the CGI still looks really good.
The CGI kind of holds up, but it is going in Lawnmower Man territory at places.
It was 1991.
Oh, it's Don Postmaster from Halloween 3.
It's Baron Samedi. Well, he is alive.
Oh, no. You see, if they'd have brought him back now, it would have been even better. This film would have instantly jumped to a 9.
Yay, animal cruelty.
Yay! Why are they all waving American flags? We're in East Berlin, and it's a Russian theatre troupe.
It's extremely heavily communist-controlled, East Berlin. They've stashed a nuclear bomb inside an elephant. Bond has to go, inside the elephant, a la Ace Ventura.
Has to climb into its arse.
A la Ace Ventura to get the nuclear bomb out.
They hard cut to the elephant's face as he's going in.
That'd be a good climax for the film.
Do you think Bond fans would hold this film in the high regard they currently do?
Yeah, they'd be like, my favourite iconic, what's your favourite Bond scene? Bit where he jumps off the cliff, Inspire Love Me, the car chase in Goldfinger. No, mate, it's the bit where he gets his bum in an elephant.
To defuse a nuke. I still say...
So Bond's doing the classic spy MI5 Cambridge technique of hitchhiking.
Yes. Hey, come in, guys. We're going to Camp Crystal Lake.
Hey, guys. We're going for a crazy party.
He gets in the car.
I don't know why a lot of American high school teenagers will be in East Berlin. Hey, dude, what are you doing? We're going for a party. Could you drop it? And they're all from the 90s for some reason.
Yeah.
Just go ahead now with this one.
He gets in the car.
It turns into American Pie 2, hot wet summer circus.
He gets in the car and they immediately offer him like a joint.
What doobie, dude?
And he's like, no, we need to get to the circus immediately. We've got to have a... And he just has one drag off it to sort of mellow. And that's it then. That's the rest of the film. Is just him driving in East Berlin as a giant nuclear explosion goes off behind him.
Well, you did, as you were saying that, you did just miss Bond in the back of a car getting offered a sausage.
That's good.
That's also very stereotypical. Like, and East Germans will just have sausages, like, on them at all times.
I mean, we can hope and dream, Ben. I personally would love to live in a world where complimentary sausages were on standby.
That they give to random crazy-looking hitchhikers.
Yes, very much so.
He would sound crazy. You've got to get me to there's a nuclear bomb. It's going to go off. I'm going to stop it.
Here, have some cake. I love these funny circus people.
Oh, oh, oh.
Just pulls a gun out.
Kill her. Get... GTA 5. Octopussy
One
edition.
star warning level comes on. Oh, great. It's all turning into the Blues Brothers.
I'm just picturing like GTA just gets in, puts on the radio.
Stevie Nicks' Edge of 17 comes on.
Just like runway, baby.
Just like the sand. Does an insane stunt bonus by launching off the roof of the building and landing on another one.
All you had to do was follow the damn train, Bond.
Q, what would you like from McDonald's? I'll have a number 9, Bond. A number 9, 2 number 10s, a number 5 with extra dip, 2 number 3s, and a number 7.
Wah.
4.
It's enough to make you sick.
New tyres, please. By the way, this Bond henchman also later on gets the stupidest death I've ever seen. In any of the Bond films.
That's a weird little beat. I don't know if they were going for like a comedy thing there or like when the car failed to start. And they both looked at each other and went, uh-oh.
It was a long day.
Spaghetti-o.
I thought that flammable and inflammable were the same.
US Airbase in Feldstadt.
Ace.
Apparently all of Berlin is chasing Bond.
Because he stole one car.
Every single person. They take Grand Theft Auto very seriously. In Berlin.
Do. Boo.
I thought she was naked.
I thought she was as well. The joys of Blu-ray technology. Oh no, Ben, we only have 34 minutes left of the film.
It's counting down the rest of the film.
I don't like the idea of that man standing on the elephant's head and doing a dance.
I could do that. That's nothing. Just prance about an elephant. I could do that.
Hooray.
Easily.
What a great...
I do love when in films when adults are at circuses and it's like they act like children. Look at the funny thing. I want the candy.
This is really great. I've never seen anything like this. I once had a man waterboarded for 6 hours and it wasn't as entertaining as this. I'm only kidding.
Oh, this is why they had US flags down. They're in a US Air Force base.
Ah, right. Okay, fair enough. Well, you don't sound American to me, buddy.
I know it's probably a real thing, what he just said, but I just like the idea of... Well, he said, let me see your circus pass. I just like the idea of like an FBI type thing that you hold up. It's got a picture of like a clown.
Looks
like a mugshot.
Looks like a TGI Fridays gift card. It's just red and white striped. Every time you pull it out the wallet, a load of confetti flies out.
I wonder if you went up to any US Air Force base, you got a pass? No, I've got a circus pass.
There you go, sir. Monkeys.
Yep, that's what they were.
Hey,
That monkey gave the best performance.
Sure did.
In the whole film. I mean, it's just you guys are fucking well good at your jobs.
Clowns. This was the only hint I had of this film's tone and quality going in.
Did you just assume he spent the whole film just as a clown?
I knew that he at some point had to go behind the scenes as a clown.
Maybe like scene 1, opening 1, going into M's office. Morning, Hugh. Do you like my new look?
Bond, I said you needed to go into town, not dress as a clown. Oh, but I spent all weekend doing balloon models.
He gets like the little water things out of his eyes.
I'm just going to have to leave the room.
He just like a little... Sorry?
I'm just going to have to leave the room
very briefly. How dare you?
Ben, you can cover for me, can't you? You can clown around with this clown.
Fuck you! This is disgraceful what you're doing.
I know, I'm leaving like the best possible.
Leaving me to cover it solo, talking about Roger Moore dressed as a clown.
Yeah, I'm sure you can manage. Just do your best Bond impression.
He's about to stop the nuclear bomb going off.
Well, if he does, let me know.
If he does, okay. If he does, let you know. I will.
He didn't do it, Dan.
Oh,
I put threads on instead.
They got the wrong clown. God damn it! This is wacky. This is getting really wacky. Okay, so Dan has abandoned me. This is not what real friends do. Uh-oh. So the American general, very good at his job there. There's a bomb in the cannon. What are you talking about, you crazy guy? Here, have a banana. Oh. They've placed a bomb inside this red nose. Roll credits. It'll destroy our entire operation to nuke ourselves in a flaming fireball. I mean, I know they don't know that, but that's no point. I think real circuses should do this more often. That'll make it more entertaining. As in, you're just watching a circus and out of nowhere, just a clown comes on going, "There's a bomb under the thing! We've got to go! Go!" And then at the end, someone just like flips off and is, it's all a joke. That is a really safe thing to do, isn't it? Shoot a gun right at the lock, right where a nuclear bomb is. Standard procedure, that, of course. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's bollocks. They messed with the timing there. At least there's some continuity there. Defusing a nuclear bomb is exactly like it was in Spy Who Loved Me. Just, all part of the show. Like in Operation. These people look very blasé and calm, knowing that they could have just been obliterated in a horrible explosion. We've not seen the elephants yet. Bollocks, fuck that. Get us back on. Oh, the bronze certificates, the silver ones. Oh, I forgot about this. Hello. Oh, they did do the gag with the whiskey. I like to think it's the same character. Like he was in Venice, and then he was in Corfu, and now he's in India working as an armed sentry. He's lived a very interesting life. There should be an alternative version of him. Maybe a spin-off. Maybe like a Big Finish audio sort of thing. Geoffrey the Lush. That's his name. Ooh, lady. Oh. See, his problem there was he shouldn't have been looking at the lady. And then that wouldn't have happened, would it? And then we'd be in a very different world now. So here's the Octopussy gang. The super gang. Oh, you harlots, you strumpets. I mean, surely the US military are aware that someone just tried to nuke a US Air Force base. Presumably, Bond filled them in on the whole deal. So I'm not sure why the US military, like they have done in the previous films, couldn't have just infiltrated the palace instead of the Charlie's Angels, Octo Angels gang with their catapults and their belly dancing shawls. Get the army in. just shoot the place up. There's no reason not to do that, considering you know this guy is a big baddie, a big piece of work. Just get the helicopters in, Black Hawk, you name it. I like his sort of Nehru sort of gear he's got on. That suits him, very stylish. Oh! Apart from your actual ticket out of here. Whoa, it is going off. They're doing backflips and everything. They mean business. Shit's getting serious now. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's the Union Jack hot air balloon. And why Q's still in the film? God, Q gets a lot of screen time in this. I don't see why Q has to be here. I'm sure Bond could handle flying. Oh, Sony. Oh, that's interesting. That's an early bit of product placement, isn't it? Before Sony themselves actually took over the franchise. They must have known somehow. But yeah, this whole sequence was quite riveting up until Bond and Q turn up in a Union Jack hot air balloon.
Did he stop?
They look down. They're in the Brexit balloon.
Brilliant!
They're in the Brexit balloon.
How do you know this thing gets 10 miles to the gallon?
Like, I don't understand why Q's still there.
Oh, he just keeps it. This is what he gets around London
in. Is Bond not capable of flying a hot air balloon?
No, it's just that Q was very precious about who drives his hot air balloon.
Good grief. Like the whole sequence with the Octopussy gang invading the palace was quite cool and quite well done. But then Bond and Q turn up and it just turns daft.
Just all goes that magnificent men in those flying
And the funny
machines.
thing is, like, they make a whole point of the Octopussy girls being all stealthy and like sneaking around and doing secret like ninja stuff. And then just gigantic balloon with the flag on it. Don't worry, everyone. The British are here to ruin everything once again. With God Save the Queen playing in the background.
That's not going to be very good armour. They came in a bra and a pair of bikini shorts.
I was just saying that you got Sony product placement before Sony eventually took over the franchise.
That was forward planning.
Forward thinking.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Q is outside just keeping the hot air balloon at a reasonable height so they can get away.
He's just chilling in the hot air balloon.
Yeah. What they don't tell you is after this film, he actually went and travelled the world and had many exciting adventures. You know, he helped a small Lebanese family invent jam trousers.
I was saying while you were having
God, he's even got the Biggles Learns to Fly head goggles on.
I know, it's just like, hello ladies, I saved you. One of you has to let me have you now.
I can be Bond. Look at me. I'm Bond.
I'm about as old as Bond.
I smell about the same.
This is so... I feel like they've just gone about 50 miles.
Yeah.
They're nowhere near the palace. But you know what I was saying while you were having a poo? That's what I should
It was a nice soft one so that, you know... Oh, that's spicy. I had a spicy pizza yesterday, so...
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is that the US Army presumably know that Kamal Kahn is a baddie now because Bond defused a nuclear bomb that he'd set up.
Yes.
And Bond presumably told them all about Kamal and his magic egg plan and his operation. So, because there's no more like thingy about ambiguity about whether he's evil or not, just send the fucking troops in.
Yeah.
You did it in the last two films.
Yeah, no trouble.
Well, you did it in Moonraker and Spy and... You know.
Also, Bond has just broken both his ankles.
That's a weird. This sequence is cut together so weird. In the previous shot, it was taken off, and now it's in the air. Bond, you're 96. This would kill you immediately.
Yes, pretty much. And this is, for me, where the film completely lost any sense of realism.
Did it take a nosedive?
It quite literally did.
Oh, what, Dan? Only in the last 5 minutes
Yeah,
did you realise, hang on, I'm not watching a documentary about Fabergé eggs. I'm watching a Bond film.
That DVD salesman lied to me. Because Bond would have blacked out because the amount of centrifugal force, as he would have known from being in Moonraker, would have knocked him out. He would have fallen off the plane straight away.
I mean, 97 years old or not,
yeah,
that would kill most people.
Try clinging to a car that's going 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know.
I like it. It seems to be a thing with Bond villains. Like, they're so cool and urbane and sophisticated, and in the last bit, they just turn into ha 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 ha. My plan has succeeded.
I am an evil man.
Even he's like,
what?
You fucking coked up to the nines or what? What's in those eggs? Can I have some?
I want. Well, now he deserves to die.
Can I have some?
Second problem, he would have just been flown out of that plane. It wouldn't have just gone.
Who cares at this point? I think is what this probably said. Oh my God, that's so not.
That is
you
not
see what
Bond.
I mean
He
about
had a ponytail.
He had a ponytail. And it was a woman.
Yeah. And then there's this.
Yeah, he defeats the villain by doing the classic. Oh, that's all it was missing was the. Oop. Down I go. Boom. Like in Roadrunner.
Yeah.
I mean, this film is basically a cartoon, so that would be fine.
Excuse me. I'm amazed that his wig didn't fly off.
I don't think... No, that was the last Bond had a wig. Roger did have a wig.
Roger had a wig.
No, Dan, I refuse to believe that. He's all man.
Leave a message in the comments if you think Roger had a wig.
He's all man.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe on this.
Let's not forget, Sean Connery wore a wig from day one, scene one.
Yes, he did.
Kamal Kahn, Louis Jordan, who plays Kamal Kahn, pulls a lot of funny faces in this sequence. This whole end sequence is ridiculous.
So now they've both got broken arms and legs.
We were in a palace like 2 minutes ago.
At least...
My legacy!
At least 30% of the skin on their body is now missing from having jumped out of a plane onto just rock.
And now they're going to bonk right there on the rock.
Well, I agree. I think that this adventure should be stricken from the record and should never be brought up again.
There's Dennis Thatcher there. Just like, yes, I agree. Give it all secret, burn them, kill a bomb.
We're not giving you back your treasure, though. Already sold it. Sorry.
It's mine.
Oh, he's got recover. This was stupid as well. What? Right.
They go bonk on a boat.
First problem,
Yeah.
Why did they bother to make him look like he needed, like, this, when only him and Maud Adams are in the room together?
Because, Dan, they're going to do a hilarious joke in a minute. That's why he's in the cast.
Right.
I mean, considering that... That's the thing as well, right? Considering that he just was, like, on top of a plane and fell off a cliff, and he'd probably need a bit more than just a leg and a bit of his hand.
I fully expected them to cut
He'd
to
be
the boat.
fully in traction.
Yeah, he'd be in a full body cast. He'd just be like, oh.
Don't worry about that, Maud. The credits are rolling.
But James, what about the Fabergé egg and the nuclear bomb and the Russians and your Tory shit who keeps trying to sell people? Oh, no. Don't worry about that. Let the credits do the work.
I thought that said Paul Hardcastle then. Soviet chairman, Paul Hardcastle.
No. 19. In East Berlin, there were 19.
Yeah.
So,
Octopussy.
Octopussy.
It's a film with a message.
We don't know what that message is.
The message is, just fucking stay away from circuses.
Don't
get nuked.
Don't get into the...
Jay-Z was one of the Octopussy girls. Early role for him.
Don't get into the Fabergé egg game. It's a loss from the off.
It's a world of intrigue. Francisco the Fearless.
Wow. The Flying Cherokees. They wouldn't have them now.
It's a world of intrigue and mystery and getting chased in the jungle by men on the back of elephants.
Ben, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I do need to ask this question.
The Penelope Smallbush. Yeah, it's a callback from earlier.
Do need to ask this question up front. Does the next film get any better?
No.
Oh.
I mean, here's what I'll say, right? This film is, to me, watching this back was weird. I sort of remembered this film as being crazy all the way through. But watching it back now, I'm surprised at how uneven it is. Like, it has moments of craziness. The whole nonsense in the jungle, the circus stuff, the ridiculous last 10 minutes.
Yeah,
when
where
they're
it
on
just
the
goes
plane.
full Casino Royale.
It just goes nutty nuts.
Yeah.
But then that's interspersed with very dry scenes of men discussing eggs.
Yes.
In rooms.
Yeah.
And Bond and Octopussy having a relationship, and yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's very uneven. It's like it doesn't know whether it wants to go all in on the, like, For Your Eyes Only was like dead dry and serious for most of the way through. This film is like 50% dry and serious, 50% cartoon nutty land. And the next film we're gonna see, they go all in on cartoon nutty land.
Yay!
They go all in.
I'm in. I'm up
on cartoon nutty land.
Great.
I think this might be the last film to do this as well.
James Bond will return in From a View to a Kill.
Yeah, I think in the next films they just say James Bond will return.
Oh.
They don't put the name of the film in, which is a shame. They should do that.
They should do that.
I mean, if you think about it, the Marvel films now basically do that.
Yeah.
Well, they have a whole scene to lead into that, not a caption, but yeah.
I agree with you on your points, by the way.
And as the soothing, soft jazz of Rita Coolidge plays us out, everyone in the cinema feels just slightly confused and a little cheated and a little used.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Rather like Bond's girls in a way.
Yeah. I agree with your points on this film, that it feels really uneven. And I think I messaged you whilst I was doing the
it's all over the place.
pre-watch of this to say...
Doesn't know what it wants to be.
No. And this is the thing, when
it's the Batman Forever of the Bond films.
Yes.
In that, like, but everyone has this image of Batman Forever as a daft campy film, but really it's sort of both. It doesn't know if it wants to be a cartoon or a dramatic film. And this film is the same. It doesn't know if it wants to... It's like, do we want to do the hard-edged spy stuff from the last film, or do we want to see Bond riding an elephant dressed as a clown while he makes vaguely racist jokes about keeping you in curry for a few weeks? Eh?
Yeah. I mean,
it's not quite It Ain't Half Hot Mum level, but no. Is it close to it?
I mean, this is the thing. When we were talking the other day about silly Bond versus straight Bond, I said to you that I feel like if it's one or the other, I tend to get on better with it than if it's trying to do both at the same time.
Yeah.
So like stuff like Live and Let Die or Moonraker, where it's just clean silly Bond. You know that it's not. You know, I get on with that a lot better than stuff like this where it's trying to be straight and silly, because you can never really read how the film's wants you to take it, if you know what I mean?
It intersperses, like, very dramatic scenes with, like, the opening scene with 009 getting murdered in the woods, and on all the stuff with them just talking about eggs in the back of storerooms, and the death of VJ, which is played very dark and very straight, and then it'll cut from that to
and monkeys and stuff like that. And that, I mean, equally though, stuff like the straight stuff, like Goldfinger or From Russia with Love. I really like those films because they try to play it straight, and they do have the occasional silly moment in there. There is the occasional laugh, but it's not. That's not what it's aiming for.
Yeah, this film is like it doesn't know what it wants to do.
It feels very much to me like a film that the producers tried to rush out because they knew they had competition, like you say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Maybe I think it felt like it was just like, we need to get something out. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. just make a film.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make a film.
So that was the Octopussy comedy dining experience. Ben, what would you rate this film out of 10?
I give it. I give the film 4 eggs out of 10.
Oh.
And I'm gonna throw in a little Union, some fuel for Q's Union Jack hot air balloon.
I think that might be your lowest rating since Thunderball.
I don't know. I don't keep count.
I do.
You do? Where?
At the end of every episode, we have the board of Bond where you can check your scores.
I just... Would you put it on the screen and everything?
Yeah, it comes up on the screen and everything.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch the screen. What's your score? 4 eggs.
I'm going to be a bit more generous. I'm going to give it... we don't do halves. I'm going to give it a 5.
Who says we can't do halves?
I do.
It's your game.
We don't do things by halves.
You make up whatever you want. It's your game.
Well, whole numbers. On a good day, this would probably be a 6 for me, but I think it averages out to a 5. It was all right. Probably won't watch it again. Had entertaining moments.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it was a good one watch. But it's no Live and Let Die. I just really need primo grade stupid silly Bond going on.
Well, that was an excellent recording.
You did a yoke.
Oh God.